As an Apple fanboy, it broke my heart a little bit to go out to Target today to purchase the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 that came out recently just to make this video. This is my first ever Samsung watch video because I'm making a beautiful Walnut Minerva full grain Italian leather watch band for the Samsung Galaxy, made with black stitching, which I think matches perfectly. It's a little bit thinner than my Apple Watch bands because the Samsung Galaxy uses a 20mm connector as opposed to a 24 that you're probably used to seeing on the bigger or larger sized Apple Watches. So I'm gonna walk you through how I make this in my first ever Samsung video. Let's get started. Watching back that intro as I edit, I realized it might have come off as a dig to Samsung users when I said it breaks my heart that I had to buy this, and that's not at all what I meant. I just meant as an Apple fanboy, it was a little bit out of my element going into Target to purchase a Samsung product, which I've never done before. I know absolutely nothing about Samsung watches or Samsung products in general, with the exception of TVs, but I do know that the watch band making process is identical. The only thing I had to switch up was the sizing to make sure it fit with the new Samsung Watch 5. Now, Samsung, unlike Apple, uses just standard spring bars, just like any other standard watch. It's not really proprietary, whereas Apple, in typical Apple fashion, uses proprietary connectors, which I'm used to using. So it was a little bit of an adjustment making a band for a just pretty standard spring bar connector on just a standard watch. Now, this particular watch is a little bit thinner, like I said, than my typical bands, just because the Samsung watch, at least this 44mm Watch 5, uses a 20mm connector. That's the size of the lug that you attach to. And then because I designed these bands myself, I like that they taper out, so it does get a little bit thinner. So it drops down from 20 to, I believe, 16mm at the buckle, which is, again, not a very out of the usual or out of the ordinary size for a watch that uses a standard connector. With that said, Walnut Minerva with black stitching, in my opinion, beautiful color combination, is extremely classy, and one thing I like about the Samsung Galaxy Watch is how elegant I think it looks. Apple Watches, definitely, at least from the start, took me a little bit to get used to the watch face, especially the Apple Watch Ultra. So the Samsung watch, in my opinion, looks a lot more elegant. I think having the thinner band with the walnut and the black, I think really ties together really well on the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5. And I think it'd be the same for the Watch 5 Pro, which I do believe is just a little bit different in terms of the bezel and how it looks. But either way, they both fit the same way. And I personally think this color combination is great. Really awesome that the customer picked this one out. Now, looking at this video, you can see me putting together the watch band loops using just, the black thread. Doing this by hand, you don't really need a stitching pony or a clamp or anything like that. I just kind of go through the motions. Then I take it over to my desk, which I have a piece of wood screwed into my desk so I can clamp on my stitching pony. And there you see me go to work at it. It's a really simple process to do saddle stitching. If you guys want to learn how to saddle stitch, if you're watching this and you're into leathercraft, drop a comment below, let me know. I would be happy to walk you through my particular process for hand stitching. And you can see just going through the motions, snip, and then I use a big candle lighter, the extended candle lighter, to just burn that end there. And there you have it. You can see a little bit of sheen on the Minerva. If you watch my last video, I kind of took you through the history of Minerva and where it comes from in Tuscany and Italy. So it starts off kind of matte with a little bit of a sheen to it, and then as it ages, or it patinas, which is the word for aging leather or really aging metal or anything like that, as it patinas, it becomes a little bit deeper in color, a lot richer, and it does get a little bit shinier, which I actually really love. I do have a picture somewhere on the website, I believe, of the brand new walnut versus patinaed walnut, because I wore a watch band that was walnut Minerva with auburn stitching for about a year plus. And there you have it. There's the watch band put together. It's a 20mm tapered down to a 16mm with black stitching. And there it is on the new Samsung Galaxy Watch 5. And let me know in the comments what you particularly think of this style watch band, the size of the watch band, and more specifically the color combination matched with this black, or I believe they call it gray, Watch 5. If you're a Samsung user, drop a comment below. Let me know if you'd pick up a watch band. You can design your own. There's about 9 different colors or 11 different colors to choose from and 15 different stitching colors. Subscribe, like, goes a long way to help build the small channel.